Coach, what does an event like tonight mean to you and the franchise and the players and all that?
Well, it's a special day for obviously Mr. Alfredsson and his family, for the organization, but I think for everybody involved, whether it's fans, us, it's close to us. It'll go down in history when you're close to any event like that. It's something you'll remember, and I think that for us, it's not part of our game plan, but it's certainly part of the atmosphere and the fun part of being the NHL, being in that setting. So I think it's an enthusiastic day for everybody.
Can it be a hard game to prepare for as a player?
You know what, the way it's set up, I think it'll be fine. I think when it's tough, it's when you got to sit on the bench after the warm up, after you've done the game plan, and you sit there for a long period of time, and you're basically your adrenaline goes down so low that it's hard to get it back in the first 10 minutes of the game. But I don't think that's the case right now, the way it's set up. I think it's as best as we can get it. You deal with it before, you do your warm-up, you come back, you reset, and then you get back on. So there's plenty of time to get the adrenaline back up for the start of the game.
With the role you're on right now, when things have been going well for your team this year, what is it you've liked about the way you've played?
I think the biggest thing that characterizes our team is that the players are all on the same page. Their willingness to stick together, to work hard inside the structure has really, I think, progressed as we moved on. Obviously, at the start, a lot of things were different for the guys. We were doing things very differently than what they were used to. So by the time you get everybody getting it and being accustomed to what we're doing and make it a habit takes time. I had said from the first game that we had pretty much everybody, it takes about a month and a half, and that's really what it took. And since then, we've been I think looking like a team with an identity, and I think that's probably what's going well right now is the identity. We see our identity pretty much every game, and when we lose it, we don't lose it for very long. And that's credit to the leaders, and credit to the young guys that are really progressing, and maturity is growing fast. So there's a soul to this team, there really is. But I think players get all the credit for catching on fast and what we're supposed to do, and really making sure everybody's on the same page.
You've got a nice little record here at home, too. What have you been doing well at home?
I think we're pretty good on the road too, if you look at our road record. So I think we're trying to be consistent. That's what I mean by home or away. We always talk about just being at home wherever we go. And even last game against the Rangers, we feel that we deserve a much better fate, and we felt good on that ice surface. But we come back home, and it should feel the same. What goes on the ice shouldn't change from one rink to another. And I think our players have really shown that over the course of the last few months. And lately, I think we won some big games in a row, but we won some big games at home also. So I think the consistency, I think, is what I like right now.
What's your pre-scout tell you about Detroit?
Well, they're a very aggressive team on their forecheck. They got a three-man forecheck. Their defensemen pinch, so you really have to manage your breakouts and not throw pucks away and expect to be pinched. Expect to be have to manage the puck in confined environments. And if you could manage that, then after that, I think you try to make it your own game rather than playing their own game. So hopefully we're able to do that in the first 10 minutes.
When you're facing a goalie that you haven't seen before, and if he hasn't been in the NHL for a while, do you spend a lot of time relying on the tapes that you see from the American League, the minors?
Our goalie coach spends a lot of time on every goalie in the league. So whether it's one we haven't seen or one we've seen, we get the same type of report for every one of them. But we do watch out, though. I mean, there's so much to focus on in a game. If you start focusing on everything that the opponent is, you get lost, and you're not taking care of what you have to do. And I think that what we've been trying to do against any goalie is have a shooting mentality right now. And when we have it, we had the last game, the shots were 36-25 for us in New York, and when we do that, it doesn't matter who we play against. Every goalie has a certain tendencies, but really, it's hard for goaltenders to have to deal with a lot of rebounds and guys backdoor, and so we've been focusing on the same things, not the opponent's goalie.
So you won't suggest the players come and watch tape of this guy just to...
No. We have it available for whoever wants to watch it, and every game we have a few points that we key on, 1 or 2, not more, that could give us an edge against the opponent's goaltender. But really, if you make the opponent's goalie your focal point of what you're doing, you're in trouble. You got to get to the goalie, and there's a lot of things before you get to their goalie. So you're really trying to trim it down to the essential. And I mean, today I don't know who's playing, but if Cora's playing, obviously 6'6", that's a big man. So at some point we're gonna have to get to soccer nets. Guys are getting bigger and bigger.